Welcome to my channel. I'm super stoked that you've chosen to be here again today. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful for your support so far. Today I'll be showing you how to make a basic skirt block. Now it's pretty easy to do, it's so straightforward, and it's a method that I've tried and I've used over the years, and it is basically fail proof. And the best part of it is you're going to be working without dots, because I know dots can be a bit funny if you're a beginner. So this is the skirt block that you need to get yourself started on your journey to making the sickest pencil skirt. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. We'll need the following measurements: the waist measurements, hip measurements, and the skirt lengths. We're also going to require pattern paper, paper scissors, hip curve ruler, and a regular ruler and some marker. To start, we're going to mark the portion of the paper facing you center front. Or just see it really. And then the other portion we're going to mark center back. And from the top edge of the paper, measure down 1 inch all the way across. And connect those dots. This will serve as the waistline. Now from that top line, waistline, measure down 8 inches. 8 inches is the standard measurement for the hip line. It varies from designer to designer, from pattern drafter to pattern drafter. Some people use 8 inches, some use 9, some even go as low as 7. But I use 8 inches. And then connect those dots. Next, from the waistline, mark down the length of your skirt. In this case, this skirt is going to be 25 inches, which is the standard waist to knee measurement of an average height woman. And go on and connect those dots as well. Now it's time to apply the body measurements. So remember, the human body is sort of cylindrical, so all the measurements are going to have to be divided by 4. So the waist is 28 inches. The waist for this skirt is 28 inches. So divide 28 inches by 4. That's 7 inches. Mark 7 inches from the center front point. We're working on the front portion of the skirt first. And then the hip is 39. So 39 inches divided by 4. I usually just fold my tape measure in half and then fold it over one more time. That way reduces how much calculation I have to do. And then mark what the measurement is from the center front line again on the hip line. Now on the hem line, which is the bottom portion of the skirt, mark the same hip measurement on that point. And then connect those dots using a straight ruler. We're making a pencil skirt, so that means that this bottom part has to be closer to the knee. Now to achieve that nice streamlined silhouette that you desire, from the side seam, which is this point here, you're going to mark in 2.5 inches. So this way the skirt tapers down to your knee, and then connect that 2.5 inch measurement to the hip line or to the hip measurements that you originally had. And believe it or not, that's all there is to the front portion of the pencil skirt. Now for the back portion, from the center back line, mark off 1 inch on the waistline, hip line, and on the hem line. That is going to serve as the zip allowance. And then connect those dots. Now this zip allowance line serves as the new center back line. So whatever measurements we're applying are going to start from this line and no longer from the original center back line, because this center back line then becomes the zip allowance. And I'm just going to make that annotation there. Now, same thing we did on the front piece, we're going to be applying the same measurements as we did on the waistline, the hip line, and the hemline. The waist in this case is 28. Remember, we're dividing it by 4, and that gives us 7. We mark the hip measurement down here again. That's 9.5. And then remember, we're marking the same hip measurement down here on the hemline as well. To taper it, we're going to go in by 2.5 inches as we did the first time, and then connect that dot to the hip line like this. And that is your skirt block. Back, front. Now there's one last bit of it. The human body doesn't have angles, or the woman's body really doesn't have angles. What it does have are curves. So these hip points, we need to make that point a curved line as opposed to this angular point that we have here. And that's where your curved ruler comes in, your hip curve ruler. So you place it in that curved area, going in by about 1/2 inch, and then make a curve. And then you do the same thing for the center front, or for the center piece of the skirt. So I'm just going to go in with a marker and mark out the actual lines that we will require so you can see them clearly. So I've gone ahead and used a different color marker to mark out all the actual lines that we desire on this skirt block, like this. And we can go ahead and cut it out here as is, because this is fine. But we're also going to require seam allowance. You have the option of applying the seam allowance straight on your fabric, or you can transfer this. You can cut it out and transfer it to another piece of paper or another piece of pattern paper, or as I would normally do, if space allows, I would add the seam allowance on the pattern paper I already have here. And to do that, you decide what your seam allowance would be. In my case, I usually use 1 inch. So you mark 1 inch from your new hip line, or from your new hip measurements, and mark the same thing on the waist, and go ahead and do the same thing on the hemline, both for the center front and the center back. And go ahead and connect those dots. I will do the same thing using a marker so you can see it more clearly. Mark those dots and connect them like that. Same thing for the center back. Let's add a seam allowance to the hem as well. So that's a 1 inch seam allowance as we did before. And connect it. I already began to cut this open, so well, it doesn't matter, it still works. Here's what our skirt block looks like, and that is the back, the zip allowance. These extras here are the hem allowance and the side seam allowances on both the back and the front pieces. Let's go ahead and cut out the blocks. So this is the finished skirt block. We have the back piece and we have the front piece. The back piece has the center back that has the zip allowance, And then the front piece doesn't have the zip allowance, and you normally cut this portion on fold, so I've made that annotation here. And then we have 1 inch allowances all around the skirt, so you can hem it and piece the back portion and the front portion together, and also the 1 inch allowance for your waistband, or if you were planning to join the skirt to the top bodies. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. I come on here once a week to talk to you guys about the business of fashion, lifestyle, and I put up some of the best sewing tutorials on YouTube. Keep watching.